Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Will you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for village resident James Metzler, who passed this July 28th of this year. Thank you. Okay, and Pam, can you please do the roll call for us?
Mayor Martin,
Here.
Trustee Polano.
Here.
Trustee Machado.
Here.
Trustee Rice.
Here.
Trustee Hughes, absent.
Okay, thank you. And you have a copy of the minutes in your binder from our last meeting. Please take a look. You also have them emailed, I believe. Are there any corrections that need to be made or any additions? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as sent.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and we have abstracts here. For general fund, we have $82,557.42. Capital sewer wastewater treatment expansion, $22,348.85. Trust and agency, $3,658.50. Sewer abstract of $52,823.53. And water abstract, $26,583.82. I'll entertain a motion to accept the abstracts as read.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, I forgot. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next, I'm gonna hand those to
Sure.
you. Thank you. Okay, I do have a few announcements to make tonight. I wanted to, on behalf of myself and the Village of Fishkill, extend our wishes for a speedy recovery for the chief of the Rombauer Fire District, John Lucarello. He was involved with a very significant health incident, and from what we hear, he is recovering, which is a miracle. So if you could all keep him in your thoughts and prayers, that would be wonderful. We wish him a speedy recovery. Also, I'd like to thank the members of Protection Engine for covering for Rombauer. You know, during this time, our fire department has covered for the members of Rombauer so they could be at the hospital with their chief and everything. So we're very proud of them and we're grateful to them for that. So thank you. I just wanted to give a little update on the Hopewell Beacon Rail Trail. There is a virtual public meeting on the 20th at noon. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, if you remember, they were here a few months ago from the county giving a presentation. And the project is moving along pretty well, and the tracks are in much better condition than the engineers first thought. So the next step is this virtual public meeting. So if you're interested, tune in. Also, I wanted to let everybody know that our village-wide yard sale is on the 13th of September from 9 to 4. So the forms are available online or at the Village Hall. If anybody would like to have a form mailed to them, please call the Village Hall and we'll be happy to mail one. We did not mail them to all residents this year because of the increasing cost of postage is getting a little out of control. So, but we do have those forms available for you here at Village Hall, and we would be happy to mail it if you need us to do so. And they're also available online on our village website. Okay, so that's the 13th, the village yard sale. And then we have our curbside pickup on the 20th of September. So, Royal Carting is requesting that residents put their belongings that they wish to get rid of out Friday night, in front of your house. And, there's a list that we will be posting on our website of, all of oh, okay, then it's already there. Yeah, it's and it's posted on the bulletin board outside of all of the items that they will take and the ones they won't take. They won't take like cans of paint and, anything toxic, but they will take metals and, soft items, furniture, stuff like that. So that's on the 20th. And the village of Fishkill is now the recipient of a Revolutionary War bayonet. This was donated by Jeff Forrestal, who is a lifelong village resident. And it was unearthed right here in the village of Fishkill in the early 60s when they were putting on what he called the new section of the subdivision over by Shirley Avenue. So it's a complete bayonet, and he didn't really know what to do with it. So he contacted me. So I contacted Julie at the library, and they plan on putting a local artifacts room on the library with their new expansion. So the library was interested in receiving the bayonet. So
Great.
great. So that we'll have to get that over to Julie. It's pretty interesting. So also I just wanted to mention too that September 11th, we have our tribute here at 8:30 in the morning, right here in front of Village Hall. All are welcome to join. It's just a brief ceremony so we can pay our respects and just mark the date so we never forget. So that's all I have tonight. I'll go into the department reports. And so the first one on the list is the attorney.
I will report to the board that wrote a letter today to the Benson County IDA. And that was a letter of opposition to the Jackson Crossing request for a pilot. And the board should all have about 3 months older. That letter went out late this afternoon, she's in on Tuesday. But I sent that up to them.
Thank you.
There's only one thing, Greg, that it's 56 rental units, not 54. And I know the IDA,
Standard system.
I know what he says, but that doesn't make it so. It's 56.
That's the problem.
Because it's 12 2-bedrooms and 44 single.
Well, so we oppose it, however many minutes.
Okay, correct.
So just as an update for the board, this board was under the impression that there was no meeting of the IDA in August, but about a week ago, there was a special meeting added. So unbeknownst to us, that the Jackson Crossing project is on the agenda for that meeting. So I had reached out to Greg and asked him to put together a third letter of opposition. And that's not even counting the individual letters we've written and the comments that we all made at the public hearing, because this has dragged out for several months now. I also reached out to Supervisor Albra from the town of Fishkill, and the town of Fishkill Town Board also sent a letter, and that was being sent, I believe, like via FedEx today in their opposition as well. So, and Trustee Machado has offered to attend the meeting, which is this Wednesday morning. So that's at like 8 in the morning, right? If anybody else can attend or is free, And again, if anybody, still wants to write a letter, an email, anything, I believe the window is still open to do that, so.
Is it open for public?
Oh,
from the
public comment? I don't know about that because, but,
You could write a letter if they don't use it, they don't.
Yeah.
That's what my suggestion is. It doesn't hurt to write it. If they choose not to accept it, then that's, at least you authored something. I do want it noted, that although the developer claims there is municipal support, a letter from our planning board is not a letter of support from our board as an entirety.
that's right.
I have not authored a letter of indicating any support of a pilot application, and it is my guess that no one else on this board has done so. So I just want that noted that they claim to have municipal support, but a letter indicating project approval is not municipal support from our board.
Right. Absolutely. And we were very clear, I think, at the public hearing and in all of the correspondence we've sent since. So, again, it's our hope that this will be not granted, that they will not get the tax exemption. So, but again, the latest meeting is going to be on the 20th. Hopefully that will be the last meeting, but we're going to continue to monitor this to, make sure that happens. Okay, so anything else, Greg? Okay, thank you. And thank you for doing that because, I think, I had written the letter last time and then I think, coming from our attorney, because I know the town of Fishkill, it came from their attorney too. So that looks good. Thank you. Okay, building. I think we have a report in here in your binders. If you want to take a look at that. Okay. And fire, the fire report is in your binder. I excused them, from the meeting tonight because they went to do, a project, to support a family member of, one of our firemen. So, they submitted their report for your review, so take a look at that. Okay. And the justice report is in your binder as well. And we have Glenn, our commissioner, here with us tonight for our police report.
Activity for the police department for the month of July consisted of 4 arrests, 24 service calls handled, 85 complaints or incidents investigated. Officers issued 35 traffic summonses, handled 28 automobile accidents, and foot patrols conducted for 34 hours over the course of 42 different occasions. That is the only, I don't have any additional items to note. Now, gladly, if any questions anybody might have. Okay.
Any questions for Glenn?
Have any of these complaints, in relation to some of the speed racing that we hear go on at like 11 o'clock at night?
No.
Yeah.
Where is this, 52?
Yeah. Like a racetrack after.
Maybe they relocated
30.
from the Dunkin' Donuts area. There was a problem down in that
We
area.
have a problem typically on weekend evenings that Pullman Wash,
Oh.
pick them out, and then they decide they want to take off and get in pursuits, and we have no pursuit.
Is that what they congregate on and watch?
Pullman Wash, lorries.
Yeah,
I have drafted letters in the past to the owners of Pullman Wash and advise them we are not their private security. That's their responsibility, to maintain their business, like, even after hours.
Hmm. Okay, thank you.
Well,
Okay, and next is water and sewer.
Wally. We did a rough hogging up on our ground sewer easement trails. We're working on repainting some of the benches for the park and just some paint peeling over the ton of that. Replace a fire hydrant on Route 52 by the intersection of the J. We did end up replacing the street valve that controls that hydrant too, damage once we get them solid up. Still doing some prep work for Merrick. We replaced 2 damaged water valve riser boxes. Those have been done. Tree trimming on some trails of Saratoga Park, that's been done. And street sweeping on Church Street and Academy. And new stop bars on intersections of Western Avenue, Woodplace, Leicester, Gary. And in addition to that, we have gotten more water complaints at the sewer plant. We're well aware. Doing what we can this week. I'm meeting with Delaware. I have Bill Bright coming down to go through all the data that we have. See what else we can do to make this better. We're aware that we do what we can. So hopefully maybe there's something that we're missing. And I sit down with them.
Mhm.
I can report back once I do.
Okay.
Show them everything that we've done. So
And when are they coming, Paul?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I don't have an exact time, but tomorrow Bill Bright's coming.
Okay.
So we'll sit down with him, show him everything we've done, where we're at, and what we can do to do better. So,
Okay. So I have a question about the paving on Merritt. So we're still scheduled for September 1st.
Starting the first week of September.
Okay,
And the first section will be from Route 9 to George Carter, whatever would be the first section. So that's gonna be, the plan is to get that done and striped and then move on.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he wants,
So will it be like the same week that they do it all, or,
he's given like 14 days. I think,
Okay.
for the project. So
all right,
we're doing a pre-construction meeting, to lay out more the exact schedule.
mhm,
But I have checked in with them a couple times and we're still wanting to start date first week of September.
okay.
So that hasn't changed.
Okay, well, that's good. And like you said, the catch fee, okay. And then also we got the signs from the
So
state.
state offered to
That's wonderful.
to assist with signage on Route 9.
Mhm.
One, they're gonna be message boards.
Right.
They're gonna go up next week.
Oh, good, okay.
One northbound, one southbound, just
Letting people know.
yeah.
Okay,
It's gonna be done, especially from 9 to George Carter.
right,
Because those lanes are gonna have to be closed. Once we get past that, we're gonna be able to just keep one lane.
okay.
But the majority.
Yeah, they get so much traffic going to the diner and everything back there.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our best to put that out there early next week.
Okay,
And have it run throughout the week.
yeah, that was wonderful that they offered to.
Yeah, when we met about the catch basin out there, yeah, he's like, oh, we have a message.
Yeah, that was, they offered to bring them down from like the Dutchess County.
Fair now, so
Yeah.
fair.
That was so nice of them to do, so that's great,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right.
And then also another, I had, taken a survey, for the Dutchess County, like, Transportation Council, the Safety Council, and identified one of the, dangerous areas in the village as being Merritt Boulevard and Route 9. So, Paul is going to meet with them as well, like, do a site visit.
That's this Friday.
Yeah, so we have that coming up this Friday as well. So,
29, right, it's next Friday.
oh, next Friday,
29.
okay, 29.
Do we have any expected target date for the Safe Street grant
We just,
implemented?
we are just now getting, like, we haven't gotten the money. But we've like just
Think of that.
filled out the paperwork and we're like at the final stage where they said, congratulations. So, yes, that's like perfect timing, so, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, and then let's see, we got clerk treasurer in here. Did you guys see the reports, that stuff?
But I like this one.
Yeah, and then we got the monthly report in here, and then, before the meeting, she emailed, the budget to actual figures, which looked pretty good, I
I have
thought.
a question on one of them, and I think that had to do with bail. Bail forfeiture, that seemed, I was just wondering if that was an accurate number. I guess I can always ask, send Stephanie a separate email. It just seemed awfully low compared to, and I just didn't know if it was a typo.
Okay, let me
In front of
say,
me,
monthly treasurer report.
it was on the budget to
On the budget to
actual, yeah,
actual.
and it is on page, it's right on the first page. The second from the bottom,
Fines and forfeited bail.
yeah. You see how it says 14,749?
Budgeted.
Like that seems a lot lower than it was last year, which was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, we could loop in Kristen on that too.
Okay, yeah, that just seems like a big disparity.
Yeah, there's been a big change with all that.
Okay.
You know, with,
Everybody gets released without bail.
I was not, yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
You don't put bail on you, you all go home.
But that's,
Last year it was $101,000 and now we're at 14,748.
I love the state of New York.
Okay, that answers that.
That's my guess.
That's your guess. I'll clarify with, Kristen,
yeah,
but I just thought that was a giant.
I know, it's, yeah, okay. So we should definitely do that, but I am afraid Glenn is probably right.
Okay, that's fine. I just, could be.
Okay, and then, so we'll double check with Kristen. Yeah. And Stephanie, do you have anything for us on ambulance?
No, I can only say that I have to give them some credit because we unfortunately had an incident next door
Oh.
where someone succumbed to the heat
Oh,
and had to lay down on the ground, and they were there very fast
oh, good.
and treated the woman
Awesome.
incredibly,
That's
like,
good.
so well. They did a really nice job.
Oh, that's
Um,
great to hear.
So, yeah, but as far as average response times, they beat
Yeah.
the time on that specific day that's on the data here. So that's a plus. But it's a grind.
Yeah, yeah. No, but that's so good to hear. I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
they were wonderful. They really were.
And
she's great. She's
oh,
doing well.
good,
Yes.
good. Yeah, I did get some data from the county on the county cars that they have. And it's kind of, the same, like, I think when they first implemented this program that Senator Serino had, with the extra ambulances and fly cars, they had suspected most of the stuff was going to be in the northern part of the county, like most of the overspill, but they're finding now it's more in the southern part of the county, which we kind of already knew, but the data is now showing that. So, at least I feel glad that the county is taking a proactive, stance on this, and they're definitely helping, but, it is a grind still, so, and we, I just think, the people that do this kind of work are just to be commended because it's a tough, business. And we're grateful to have them, so good to hear that they, did good. And Hans, do you have anything for us with planning and zoning?
Introduce, the Senator Williams.
I,
And I recommend that she be appointed to my planning board. I interviewed her, and she's an excellent candidate. She's ready to hit the road running and eager to learn.
okay,
And also that E&J Properties are the ones that want to build a hotel on the corner across from the Episcopal Church on that. We thought after we
the initial last month, we thought they would go away. But they came back, so they still have a long list of items to be ironed out and an issue from there.
So now it's a hotel, it was like a, I thought
I'm not a hotel, I mean a restaurant.
Okay.
I apologize.
all right, you just made it clarify.
No, a restaurant.
Okay,
So they basically turned the building 90 degrees thinking that that was gonna solve the problems.
That's a tough turn, like,
Doesn't make any difference how many times you turn the building around, you still need that parking and no way to remain parking, so.
okay.
That,
So, now where do we stand with the planning board? Is Ms. Williams gonna be, put on as an alternate, or
You would be the alternate, because I have a full board.
you do have a full board? Okay,
I still have an opening for.
Another
second
alternate.
floor.
okay. All right, good to know. So, I'll entertain a motion to appoint Cassandra Williams to the planning board as an alternate member.
So moved.
second,
Any discussion? All in favor?
hi,
Thank you.
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
And then I have a sort of like a pet peeve. The, in front of the breaker off in the building, there's a tree that's been moved, I don't know how many years ago,
Oh,
and stuff is there, stuff is starting to rot away. And it's sort of an eyesore, and it's, and see somebody really tripping over it. Like, you think there's some, the water department or the highway department can get in there with backhoe, dig it out.
is it on their property or on our property?
It's on side of village property, because it's between the sidewalk and Main Street.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, we'll talk to Paul and see. Right across the street you're talking
Right
about?
across the street.
Okay,
It's an eyesore,
uh-huh,
sort of village brick wall across the street.
okay,
Look at them.
all right. Paul, give me a thumbs up. All right, okay.
I would add, we had a zoning meeting last week,
Oh, good,
and there is a public hearing that is scheduled for 9/11 regarding 18 Church Street
okay,
on September the 11th.
okay. All right, anything else? No?
We're working on some grants, Nick and I, for the fire department. We're just waiting for some information to come back, to submit for some, turnout gear for that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get that rolling. That would be through the Gary Sinise Foundation. There's no deadline for that. It's one application per year. So, once we get that application together and submitted, we'll let you know where we stand on that. We've got NICOM coming up.
Yes, yeah. Let's see, I just wanted to check. Oh, okay, so I'm just noticing they did add membership to the
They
report.
did, I saw that.
Yes.
They noted membership
Yeah.
and resignations, and they added another detail, which I thought was very nice too. It's
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, they did. They added the membership and the training in the vehicles in
Mhm.
service, which is great.
Awesome. No, that's really good. Okay, yes, we do have NICOM coming up conference, I believe the week of the 15th. Members of the board and members of the staff will be going for training through the New York Conference of Mayors. We have that coming up. So our next meeting is September 8th. And then after that, the 22nd, correct? Yes. Yes.
I said, I have a question.
Sure, can come on up.
Danielle, kind of show resident. I'm very happy to hear it wrote another letter, the third letter. I was just wondering, in that letter, did you request that they remove that there's municipal support? Because you are the village trustees who are elected, the town are elected, and the planning board chair is not. So it should be you guys who this board. So
Right.
that should be removed. It shouldn't say that there's municipal support for the pilot.
No, it shouldn't.
No.
They checked the box and
Yes.
we have disputed that
Yeah,
fact.
and Fred's letter states that it's,
That's what it says.
correct, yes, it does say in summation, the Village of Fishkill governing body, namely the Board of Trustees, does not support or approve the granting of this pilot. For the above reasons, and I plan to back this up with another letter indicating, municipal support comes in the form of the village board.
Correct, and maybe you would advise your planning board chair in the future, letter should address to you before consent. In lieu of the whole public, because it shouldn't be one person, it should be over represent them. Thank you.
Thanks.
And will they let you speak at the meeting? Is it
No.
public?
I
No?
don't believe so, no, I'm just gonna go and just follow it, you
Yep.
know. But we can all write things up until, Wednesday morning and ask that, our comments be addressed to the IDA agency board reviewing.
Yeah, the letter, that they had sent was just ridiculous. Some of the comparisons that were made, they compared this project to, Tompkins Terrace, Beacon, you know. It was,
We also cite a stagnant census, which is interesting in a way, because if our census is stagnant, it means the people who live here have been living here and are staying here. There's little flux. And when I do some research, 34% of our residents are seniors. So there's an impact to their living situations, whether it be in the form of rent, a common charge. I think we all know Old Post malls. The commons do have a large senior population, and what is the trickle down to these complexes, none of whom have a pilot exemption,
right.
to the, to actual affordable lifestyles for these people. So, those are things I highlighted in my letter to the
Right.
IDA.
And we did, go through every point as, being that there was really no addition to, there really was no employment. There should be a portion of, a factor of creating jobs, and that's not happening.
They fall below the required threshold. The IDA requires 3 full-time employees, and they can't even guarantee 2.5 over a year and a half post-project completion. So that in itself does not meet criteria.
Right. So we're hopeful that the IDA board will do the right thing.
I encourage all our board members here to put something together and get it out to the IDA.
And I'd like to thank the town of Fishkill publicly for the board and the supervisor for writing a letter on our behalf, because it is going to affect them as well. And we're all in agreement that there's really no reason for a tax break.
There's no benefit to the community.
No. There's not. So. Okay, anything else? Anybody? Yes? Will you come up to the microphone, please?
We've got Village of Fishkill. So the wastewater treatment plant has been a nightmare, a little nightmare, it's been a month of August. There is no set time that the odor comes. The odor will wait till 2 in the morning, it could be 11, it could be 6 when you wake up down your day. I've gone to the wastewater treatment, the guys are fabulous. Explain it, even explain the type of odor, because there's different odors. And so they're trying the best they can. They are trying different chemicals. Let's get more trucks to pump it out. I was very glad to hear from Paul today that Delaware is coming. Because I questioned what is the capacity of that plant, and then how much are we bringing into the plant via the homes in the village or being other municipalities bringing us stuff to get rid of. And I'm gonna wait it out some more, because when do we hold Delaware responsible? Did they sell us a bill of goods? Look, you're gonna service this many people, this many homes, and it's just not working down there, I was told we have capacity, but what's producing this god awful odor? And most people in the village don't smell it. It seems to come right up the road behind the plant and it goes behind the row of the house. My neighbors across the street don't smell it. They don't smell it. And it travels that way. I don't know, does it ever make it to the beach? I can't imagine having dinner
We
and
don't smell it there.
so it doesn't make it to the end of Bedford. But it's just very obnoxious. So my question is that hopefully Paul can find out from Delaware is, look, did you sell us a bill of goods? Because if you gave us capacity of X and we're not meeting that capacity, why are we having so much problem with odor? Even when they empty the tanks out, there's an odor. The guys today said, yeah, we emptied out, you're still smelling it? Yes. And it's, I don't know, short of saying, you know, when you nuts funny, it's there. And someone will say, you know, poop plant, you know, we have like the brown water tanks, brown water, if a hydrant gets staffed, we don't do any white laundry. So now we have poop odor, so I'm really hoping that the village, you know, hopefully they have a recourse to this company, because something's not working down there. And the month of August has really escalated, it could be the humidity, the heat, all those kind of variables.
Mhm.
But it's truly just at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, I don't have central air, I can't close the window, I can't not smell it. It's there. So I'm just, you know.
Well, I think it's really positive that Paul contacted Delaware and have them come down. So-
They're trying the best they can, staff is great.
Yes.
I talked to them today
Yeah.
and short about, you know, he's offered me a tour and I'm like, okay. And then I learned today, listen, I'm a plumber's daughter, you know, you hear the stories, your father says you just get used to it. But I explained the odor and he said, oh, it's not going from there, it's the other building. So, you know, the more facets there are to the plant, now we got the poop side and the pee side is the best I can explain the odor. Something's not working right and did this Delaware company either miss something? Did they hold back the instruction book for these guys? Like, oh, we're supposed to do this? I don't know, but it's bad. It's just, it's really bad. Anybody, you know, I'll give anybody a call and say, you wanna understand my backyard?
All right, well, we'll see what Paul comes back with.
Exactly, I
yeah.
just, you know, wanna keep it highlighted because it's truly obnoxious and you know, it took staying on that mulch plant with town for months on end to get rid of their obnoxious odor. That was last year, maybe a year and a half ago, and it was solved, so that's what Delaware can solve.
Yeah,
this
definitely.
issue, 'cause I'm losing.
Is that a problem that's year round, or is it seasonal because of the heat, or
I think this stuff, unless, correct me if I'm wrong.
it's not like a winter, you know?
You like an occasional little burp, you get an occasional beep, and it goes away. This is every single day. No set time, no like, oh, they're doing something at 2 in the afternoon. No, it's 2 in the morning, it's 6 at night, it's 8 in the morning. It can happen anytime. And it's wind driven towards my direction. If wind changes and goes behind Walmart in the field, you know, the mice don't care in the field. But when it comes to the residential areas, I can't believe people in the comments don't smell it. It's just, it's that irritating. So,
Okay.
I have high hopes for Paul and Delaware.
Yes, me too.
Okay.
We all do. No pressure. No pressure, Paul. So cool.
I don't think I need.
Oh, no. Right. All right. Motion.
Move to adjourn?
Yeah. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.